Forward!
Hard work, hard work. Hard work, hard work. Hard work, work. There you go.
Forward!
Hard work, hard work. Hard work.
Fall in.
Hey, what's good? What's good with y'all? Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Trey, and I'm here today representing E2G Sports Network presents First Formation Morning Sports Talk. So come on and fall in. Y'all heard the intro. Of course, I hope everyone's coming off a gracious and illustrious and enjoying weekend this past weekend, especially for those veterans out there. Plenty going on in reference to the sports. A couple interesting situations in um, in the NFL, of course. The college football didn't necessarily disappoint. What we thought was going to happen happened. Other things we didn't think happened. Uh, Craziness in the MMA. The NBA had his ups and downs, of course, and we're gonna talk about it a little bit all here this morning. So I'm glad to appreciate everyone viewing in, tapping in, falling in for the most part. So of course, not to hold y'all off too much. So let's get it. Let's not wait. Of course, you had, like I said, MMA mixed martial arts. If you're not synonymous with UFC, um, had two other champions fall this morning. What's good, Kneeth? Good morning. Glad to see you in formation. Good morning. I hope you enjoyed your weekend. Um, like I said, two MMA champions fall. One being in one title bout, Zhang Weili became the UFC strawweight champion for the second time. Of course, she lost her belt earlier in the year, last year, but she becomes the champion for the second time after submitting Carla Esparza in the co-main event, in which she was able to rear neck and choke, get the tap, and get the win. Um, Another in the in the main event, Israel as Adesanya, of course, we know he's been a dominant champion, not losing but only having one loss initially on his record, and that was when he tried to move up to fight to become a heavyweight champion. He faced off against Alex Pereira. Now, Alex Pereira is the only person that has known to date that has ever beaten Israel Asanda, uh, but that was as a kickboxer, which he knocked him out back when they were both kickboxing in a kickboxing arena. So he was the only person. So I guess you could kind of say this was a avenging win for Israel, or could have been a avenging win for Israel, as basically Pereira became the only man in the middleweight class to knock out Asanda, as well as he gets the TKO win in the fifth round. He was going in. Yeah, it was. You could start to see it was starting to wear. He caught him with a real good shot, then the left, like a left cross, and then it was after that it was just a pummeling, and Israel couldn't keep up. The official had to stop it. Israel looked like he was trying to hold on, but of course he was putting his hands up and had his shoulders on, but he wasn't gripping or grappling. It was just basically he was trying to, I guess you could say, hold on for the proverbial dear life in the square circle. And Pereira took care of business. Alex Pereira, that was his seventh consecutive win. Uh, and now he improves to 7-1. So if you listening and picking up on what I'm putting down, he's lost. When he came into the UFC, he lost one fight, and he's won 7 since then, enough to where he was able to pick up a title bout, and he didn't disappoint, taking care of business. Now that's you have two, as you know, Usman. Rock Usman fell a couple of weeks ago as him as a champion. Now Israel Asanya falls as his middleweight champion. It's the only one that, at one point we was talking about a lineage in reference to Nigerians and them being the champions and the top tier champions. Now two of them have fallen, and the only one left is the heavyweight champion. So we'll have to see if that continues, or are we starting to see a trend. Eric. So of course, I should have known that due to some of the calamity that went on this weekend, that one particular person was going to want to make an appearance this week, this morning. Saying rightfully so. I just give it to him. Saying I'm not saying that I'm a full believer yet, but they're definitely taking care of business. But of course, saying none other than Eric was going to pop on uh, to join us this morning. Eric, what's good with you this morning, brother? Let me see. Yes, Minnesota took care of business this weekend. We, of course, we're gonna get into that once we get into the Kotler, the NFL. Uh, Definitely crazy. I thought they was about to go down. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to tap too far into it, but definitely, if you were watching the NFL this weekend, y'all saw them take care of business. Uh, Hold on one second. Uh, Definitely taking care of business. Oh, one second. Oh, one second. I have to send this off. Um, Eric, what you getting into this weekend? All types of technical difficulties all around. Okay. All right, I got you. Technical little difficulties, but we're bring back to Eric once Eric comes back. So of course, like I said, uh, more in the moving on to the NCAA football. As we know, the top 25 teams did end up playing over the course of the weekend. Started off with the USC Trojans facing the Colorado Buffaloes. Number 8, let me make sure I make that apparent. Number 8, USC against Colorado. USC did take care of business on that Friday, winning 55-17. Number 1, Georgia faced off against Mississippi State. They take care of business, 45-19, easily said there. Number 2, Ohio State faces off against Indiana. 56-14 was that outcome. No problems there. Number 3, Michigan handles business, holding Nebraska to a field goal, winning 34-3. So, of course, that business was taken care of. Of course, what was a little bit harder as number 4 TCU faced off against number 18 Texas. Texas gave them all they can, but TCU was victorious, winning 17-10. Um, the Missouri Tigers tried their best to take care and upset the Tennessee Volunteers. Wasn't happening. Tennessee, number 5 ranked Tennessee, takes care of business against Mizzou, 66-24. Uh, Oregon tried their best. Of course, as I stated, if y'all was here on Friday, I said Oregon probably was not going to be able to, that Washington probably was going to get the upset. And you blink your eyes, stomp your feet. Oregon, number 6 ranked Oregon, falls to number 25 ranked Washington, 37-34. Um, of course, that's going to have major implications on the excuse me, on the CFP and the rest of the AP polls as we get to it. Number 7 ranked LSU was able to take care of business, barely squeaking past Arkansas, but a win is a win. 13-10. Alabama, ninth ranked Alabama, faced off against 11th ranked Ole Miss, in which Alabama was able to come back, hold off, and get the W in late in the fourth quarter, winning 30-24. Number 10 ranked Clemson took care of business over Louisville with the 31-16 score. Number 12 ranked UCLA falls to unranked Arizona 28-34. 13 ranked Utah handles Stanford handily 42-7. 14 ranked Penn State gives the goose egg to Maryland with the score of 30-0. 15 ranked North Carolina squeaks past Wake Forest with the score of 36-34. 16th ranked North Carolina State falls to Boston College 21-20. 17th ranked Tulane falls to 22nd ranked UCF 38-31. 19th ranked Kansas State hands Baylor their 4th loss of the year, 3rd in the Big 12 with the score of 31-3. Notre Dame squeak past Service Academy Navy with the score of 35-32. 21st ranked Illinois falls to Purdue, handed them their 3rd loss of the year, most likely out of the top 25. The 22nd ranked Florida State takes care of business against Syracuse, 38-3. And lastly, 24th ranked Vanderbilt falls. Correction, 24th ranked Kentucky falls to Vanderbilt 24-21 in the college football top 25 rankings. Of course, with that being said, that means most likely there was a shift in the stratosphere when it came to the excuse me, the AP poll, with the AP polls. Of course, that being from the bottom down, Oregon State gets back into the top 25 for the second time, third time this year. They're now number 25th, the 25th ranked team. Oklahoma State comes back in after they fell out the top from the top ranks and out. Now they're back with the 24th rank. Coastal Carolina is in for the first time with the 9-1 record. They're number 23. Cincinnati, 22nd ranked Cincinnati gets back in for the second time this year. Tulane falls from the top 15 to the top 25, just below, outside the 20th with the 21st ranking. Florida State improves to a top 20 team as their 20th ranked. Kansas State, number 19. Notre Dame moves up to number 18. Number 17, UCF. At number 16, UCLA. After falling from the top 10, he falls. UCLA falls to number 16. Of course, with their win, Washington moves up to number 15. Ole Miss falls from number 11 to number 14. North Carolina moves up to North Carolina moves up to number 13. Oregon drops to number 12, 6 spots. Penn State to number 11. Utah moves up to number 10. At number 9, we have Clemson. Number 8, Alabama. I'm telling you, they're making a roll for Alabama. Wait till you see to the CFP drops tomorrow. tomorrow night. We're gonna see. At number 7, USC. Number 6, LSU. Number 5, Tennessee, still steadfast. TCU at number 4. Michigan number 3. Ohio State at number 2, and of course Georgia at number 1. Point out that Georgia has compiled 62 first place votes. Ohio State won. Again, another disparity when we talk about this, Eric, because yet again, when Tennessee was moving up the rankings, they was picking up all the first place votes. Now Georgia is holding hostage all the first place votes. I see how this goes. Of course, there's only in the top 25. There's only 4 unranked teams, and it just happened. I mean, undefeated team, and it just so happens that all 4 of them are 1 through 4. When it comes down to it, Georgia 10-0, Ohio State 10-0, Michigan 10-0, and TCU 10-0. But yet, when we talk about the other 6, you have a 2-loss LSU over a 1-loss USC for the top 6, and then of course Tennessee is 9-1. It might change. What's good, Zach? Good morning. It would be you would be one of the first ones on here. I see. I tell you about the Viking fans.
Big Viking. Okay.
But yes, like I said, it's starting to look a little interesting when we come to this. But we'll see how the CFP comes out, if it changes at all. Does USC move up into the top into a top 6 spot, or are they going to hold, or is it going to be LSU, Tennessee, and Georgia, 3 SEC teams holding that down when it comes down to it in state? Of course, when you look at it, although USC might have hurt, Oregon might have hurt the USC's chances. I mean, the Pac-12's chances of having a CFP representative. At any case, USC is holding down with the most teams in the top 25 with 6, followed by SEC with 5, ACC, American Conference, Big Ten, and the Big 12 follow up with 3 apiece. Sunbelt with 1 and Independent with 1. Of course, you know that one being Notre Dame. Of course, this upcoming weekend only has 2 sets of games, which would have top 25 implications. Those two being uh, Utah. Number 10 Utah would be against number 12 Oregon, and then of course number 7 USC against number 16 UCLA. Continue to win. That's all we gotta do. Continue to win. What's good, Bishop? How you doing, sir? I'm glad to see that your ranking, your screen hasn't changed this week. But will it change? Is the question. I mean, we know it's going to
I'm
change,
just
but
trying to figure out. No, but my thing is, why is Eric on here? Why is Eric even on here, man? Like this dude, why is he on here, bro? Like really?
You
This
know
dude
I
wasn't
thought
on. He wasn't on here when they lost to my Eagles. He wasn't on here.
yes I was.
Yeah, you were. I'm just
yeah,
messing
he
with
was.
You wasn't there. You wasn't on it for a week. Oh,
Man, I gotta give it to y'all, man. Y'all pulled up a major comeback, bro.
my
Justin
blood
Jeff.
pressure.
Hey, let me be first to say it, man. Justin Jefferson is that dude. I gotta give it to him. He that dude, man. He that dude. I forget what they talk about. Anybody else? Justin Jefferson has made the all-time catch. He has now erased OBJ's catch. That catch OBJ did for the Giants is erased. That don't even exist anymore.
Yeah.
That catch don't even exist anymore after Justin Jefferson's catch yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
That catch is OBJ's catch is irrelevant.
And I don't put him against Buffalo, man. Buffalo, it's official, bro. That
Josh Allen ain't what everybody think he is, man. Josh Allen is showing his true colors. He is
Let's
showing
keep in
his true
mind.
colors.
Let's keep in mind, Josh Allen is still doing with the UCL, so he probably shouldn't have been playing. What's good,
nah,
Statue? Good morning.
That's true. You right. You facts on
Yeah,
that.
I
Facts on
think
that.
I
Good
think
morning.
I
Good morning.
think that I think that was more so because I was surprised. I didn't even realize because I was on my way coming back from New Orleans, so I didn't even realize Josh Allen was in the game until I looked up. I pulled it up on my phone and I was like, "Oh, snap!" And he was the one dropping the ball. I was like, "Why is
Man,
he even in the game? Like they didn't believe in Keenum? Like,
he started.
bruh.
Keenum
I
started?
guess not. Did
No,
he start?
no. Josh Allen started the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, that's. I
Yeah.
thought they, saying so.
No, couldn't touch
And,
on one.
That's
and
crazy.
and they was out running, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying,
They
we're
were.
gonna definitely get to that. Moving into a little basketball conversation. You know what I'm saying, first and foremost, they'd like to say shout out to, of course, the NBA. As we had Commissioner Myers on the show I think it was Friday, in which they had a tournament. The NBA had this first Veterans Day rally tournament in at University of Colorado Springs, in which they were able to crown a winner for their tournament. The United States Air Force Academy's Club Team A, was victorious, taking care of the Nellis Air Force Base in the championship game. But a bigger shout out, of course, as you know, the all service teams did play and finish their tournament, and we was able to set up. And goal was the goal as it was stated, and that's exactly what happened. As the U.S. Army's men and women's all service teams take home golds, both defeating the Air Force in the championship game. So that means the Air Force takes home the silver. In the women's, I believe the Navy, I think it was the Navy. Uh, I think, yeah, the Navy. In the women's, the Navy's won the bronze, and then I think the Marines won the bronze in the men's. The women went a complete 7-0 sweep. They didn't lose a single game. Shout out to head coach Paul Parker, assistant coaches Wayne Walcott, and coach Uriah Hunter. And of course, for the men, of course, Coach Bartley as head coach, Coach Tate, assistant coach. Shout out to those young men. As like I said, goal was a goal. They took care of business. And that's it. That's it. That's it. That's all, folks. Um,
You said,
what's that, Eric?
you said the Navy.
I think Navy got silver in. I mean, Navy got bronze in one of them. It was even the win or the women's. Navy got the bronze. I know both of them. The Air Force got silver, and Army got gold in the first one, and then one of them Navy in one of the divisions Navy got bronze, and the other the Marines got bronze. I think it was the Marine men that got bronze, and the Navy women got bronze.
Oh, it might
Let me see.
Bro.
Let me see. Hold up. Um, Bishop, what you do with your weekend, man? I didn't get a chance to ask you that.
Oh, nothing, man. Of course, I didn't do a whole. What did I do this weekend? Let me think. What did I do? I really didn't do anything, bro. I didn't do much at all. I went and watched Black Panther. Did you go see it?
Oh yeah, I seen it.
Yeah, I went and saw
Yeah.
that on Thursday, of course. And then Friday, what I do? I don't think I did anything on Friday or Saturday for the most part.
Where did you go? Where did you go? Eat your do for your Veteran Day
Oh, we went.
appreciation.
Oh yeah, on Friday we went to. Friday morning we went to Denny's. For lunch we went to.
Look at Eric, y'all. I tell
Yeah,
y'all.
we went to Denny's. Then for lunch,
out.
we went to Bombshells. Bombshells. Went to Bombshells. Did Bombshells, and I think that was it. We only did those two. I want to say. Normally we hit way more than that, but yeah, yeah. I'm like Eric. Normally we hit way more than that, but we did Denny's. We did Denny's, and we did Bombshells, and that was big. That was it. I feel like something else that we did on Friday.
I still got food in the refrigerator. Okay.
Yeah,
I
that's
do
normally what we do.
Outback had like the voucher.
Yeah. So at Bombshells they had the Bombshells. What they did was anything on the menu you could get, and you didn't have to pay for it.
Wow.
So y'all
Bombshells
got
had anything. Yeah, like certain places normally they have
a
a special
specific
menu.
menu. Uh-huh.
Yeah, a special menu for it. Now Bombshells was like anything on the menu you can get.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, anything on the menu. We was like, what? So me and my brother, like, we both got steaks, of course. We jumped on them steaks, man. We was
Oh,
like,
y'all
let's
said
do it.
just set it off charge to the game, huh?
Hey, man. Hey, let's do it. Let's do it. And then yesterday I went to I went to a MGLO little what you call yesterday, a little brunch, and then after that I went to another brunch with the fellas that you saw me post videos of.
Mm-hmm.
They opened up a new spot out here called Culture. It's a nice little day party type thing. That
Mm-hmm.
joker was lit. It was lit. If you saw my Facebook, you see it was lit at like 11, 12 o'clock in the day on Sunday. New spot.
Brunch is that thing now.
Hmm?
That brunch is that new thing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that without question, it is. You right about that one for sure, for sure.
Brunch been that thing for us,
That part, that
but
part. You ain't
yeah,
lying.
you know, what I'm saying
You
it's
ain't lying,
been.
Craig. You ain't lying.
Shout out to the culinary specialists in the armed forces. Um, Brunch has been that thing. Brunch is, if y'all knew,
Did you,
if
Eric?
you know, you
Did
know.
you, Eric? Did you? So I'm assuming you didn't attend y'all's crossing, huh? In in Virginia.
Virginia?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
No, I ain't go.
Yeah.
so check this out real quick. So of course, it was a slate of 7 games in the NBA yesterday. Of them 7 games, some of them really had some was going down. Of course, you had one, the OKC Thunder faced off against the New York Knicks, in which the Thunder was victorious, improving to 6-7 on the night, on the year, on the season. New York dropping to 6-7 as the OKC Thunder go 145 to 135. That was a hell of a scoring game. The Thunder, led by Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's 37 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 24 points apiece from Josh Giddey with 10 rebounds and 12 assists to go, triple double in effect. 24 points from Lou Dort with 3 rebounds to go a part of that. Jeremiah Robinson Earl with 17.7 rebounds, no assists. Uh, Alex was 12 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. 3 points from Aaron Wiggins, 8 from Jalen Williams, and Kenrick Williams contributed with 3 himself. Isaiah Joe, 8 points, and Mike Muscola, 6 points. The Knicks, led by Cam Reddish, is 26 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 24 points from Emmanuel Quickly, 25 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists from Julius Randle. 14 points from Isaiah Harrison, 17 from Jalen Brunson, 17 assists to go along with that. RJ Barrett, 4 points, 1 rebound in 19 minutes of play. 7 points for Derrick Rose and 10 for Obi Toppin. Again, Oklahoma getting the W, 145 to 135. That's a high scoring game. I mean, you can't say nothing more
That
than
is
that.
high. That is a high scoring game.
280 points in the game.
Yeah, that's a high scoring game. I ain't gonna
Uh,
front.
the Memphis Grizzlies fall to the Washington Wizards, 102 to 92. The Grizzlies led high score. Dylan Brooks, 19 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. 17 points from Tyus Jones, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. Santi Aldama, 15 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. 12 points, 10 rebounds from Steven Adams, I'm sorry. 11 points from David Rudy. Of course, we know they were out. John Morant and Desmond Bain in this game. And it showed, of course, the Wizards, 25 points from Chris Porzingis, 21 points from Denny Adjava, 10 points apiece from Monte Morris and Jordan Godwin, 12 points from Corey Kispert, Kyle Kuzma, 9 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 assists in the win. As like I said, Memphis improves to 9-5. Um, Memphis improves to 9-5 on the season. Memphis drops to 9-5 of the season. The Wizards improved to 8-6. Uh, where else we got before I get to that? I don't want to get to that one yet. The Nuggets.
No, get to that one. Don't try to skip that one.
No, it's
Get
coming.
to that one.
I'm bringing it back because it's going to be more than
Yeah,
you said. It's going to
I
be more
bet
than
you
you said.
are bringing it back. I bet you are
No, it's,
bringing
it's
it back.
like 3 or 4 of them, which I'm going to touch on particularly. That
Mm-hmm.
was just saying
Okay, why are
the
you leaving
Denver
that one for
Nuggets.
the last? Why is that one for last? Why is that one
No,
last?
that one isn't last. I'm not going to say. Well,
Oh.
you know that was going to be last, but I'm saying it's
Yeah,
other ones
why?
that's
Why
coming
though?
back.
Why is that one last though? That's my question. Why?
Because it's the Lake Show.
This dude here, bro.
Denver Nuggets win 126-103 over the Chicago Bulls, improving to 9-4 on the season. The Nuggets was led by Michael Porter Jr.'s 31-point effort, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 23 points from Jamal Murray, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 12 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists from Bruce Brown Jr., 10 points from Kentavious Caldwell Points with 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 13 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists from Aaron Gordon. Nikola Jokic, 6 points, 14 assists, and 8 points, 6 rebounds, 14 assists, 8 points contribution. Christian Braun, 9 points, 6 points from Jeff Green. DeAndre Jordan contribute with 4 points, three from Devin Reed. The Bulls, led by a 21-point effort, Zach LaVine, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 15 points for Patrick Williams, 16 points for DeMar Rosen, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 9 points for Nikola Vucevic, Ayo Donsamu, 7 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 13 points, 11 rebounds, 1 assist from Andre Drummond. Alex Caruso finished with just 2 assists, as it wasn't enough. Denver gets the 23-point victory, improving, like I said, improving 9-4 in the season. Buff Bulls fall to 28, fall to 6-8 in state. Who else? Who else? Who else? Let's go here. Wait, did this one? This. Let's go with the Kings. The Kings take care of business, getting the 122-115 win over the Golden State Warriors. Kings 500 on the year at 6-6. The Warriors drop to 5-8. Uh, Steph Curry and Andrew Wiggins led the charge. Curry 27 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Wiggins 26 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 17 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists from Klay Thompson, 18 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist from Jordan Poole. What's good on Marcus? Points, 10 rebounds. Draymond Green with 6 points, 6 points, 11 assists, and 7 rebounds. The Kings, like I said, they get the win. They were 5 players in double figures. Domantas Sabonis, 26 points, 22 rebounds, 8 assists, 22 points from De'Aaron Fox, 8 assists, 17 points from Kevin Huerter, 12 points from Molly Keegan Murray, 21 points, 4 rebounds, nine rebounds, 9 points, 3 assists from Harrison Barnes, 8 points from Chimezie and Metu, and 2 points from Davion Mitchell. As like you said, the Golden State Warriors take care of business. The Sacramento Kings take care of business, winning 122-115. Now, of course, like I said, it was a couple of games that had a little more in place. First and foremost, the Los Angeles Lakers did battle with the Brooklyn Nets. Now, let's keep in mind the Nets were without Kyrie Irving. They were. I say that initially. However, they did have they was out without Ben Simmons as well. But
Thank you. Don't just leave out Kyrie. Don't leave. We was missing some key players. Don't do that.
the Lakers was out uh, without Dennis Schroeder still hasn't played. Thomas Bryant still hasn't played. Lakers are currently without LeBron James, as he has been sitting out the last 3 games. Uh,
It's
but
time for him to go ahead and leave it alone. Then, if he's sitting out that long, he need to go and stop. Let it go. Why is
but
he
in
sitting out?
any case, the Lakers did improve to 3-10 on the year with a 116-103 W over the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets, led by Kevin Durant, 31 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 15 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists from Cam Thomas, 13 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist for Edmund Sumner, 10 points, 5 rebounds from Joe Harris, 11 points from Yata Watanabe, but it just wasn't enough. The Lakers, led by Anthony Davis, is 37 points, 18 rebounds, 2 assists, 25 points, 1 rebound from Lonnie Walker the fourth, 14 points, 6 rebounds, 12 assists for Russell Westbrook, uh, 15 points from Austin
Still coming
Reeves,
off the bench.
still coming off the bench. They said, "Why Eric here? Oh my God!" So, of course,
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that went down was Anthony Davis said he was invigorated and
Oh
energized
my
by the
God.
fact that Aaron Rodgers was able to get a W under certain
What?
circumstances.
What is
He
that? What the hell they
he's
got
a
to do
Green
with
he's
any?
a Green
Oh
Bay
my.
he's a Green Bay Packers
Oh
fan. So
my
he watched the game
God.
prior to them going on the court, and so he's like he felt it. So he's like he told his coach Devin Ham like I got you today, coach. I got you. And in that saying, uh, let's go Austin. So in that saying, they were able to look at the purple. They got the Black Panther
That's a
joints on.
that's an ugly uniform.
That uniform is fire. What are you talking
That
about?
Joker is
I don't
ugly.
even I don't even like the color purple, and I'm going to go get me one of those.
That Joker is ugly. They don't even look like Lakers colors. They look like they tried to steal the Nets uniform and put
That's
their own Laker
that's
spin
purple.
on it.
That's purple.
Yeah,
It's
it's
purple.
real dark. It's real
Yes.
dark purple though.
Shout out to the Black Panther. So of course, saying that was one of the games. Additionally, another game that was pretty hot, I guess you could say, the Timberwolves. Even though it was a losing effort, we did have Timberwolves. I mean, not Timberwolves. Cleveland Cavalier guard Darius Garland go for a season
You
high
sit your butt down. You dunking coming. You better have them hops coming off the bench. You better be able to hop out the gym.
a season high 51 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists for Darius Garland, hitting 10 3-pointers in the effort, but it was in the losing effort. He did get help from Lamar Stevens, 15.6 rebounds, 1 assist, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists on Sesame Osman, 13 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists for Karis LeVert. They were without they were without center Allen as well as guard Mitchell. But like I said, Darius Garland almost took care of business all by his lonesome. Uh, he said when he came to the bench, he didn't even know he had scored 50 points at that point. Um, but it wasn't enough as Carl Anthony Towns and D'Angelo Russell lead the scoring charge. Russell 30 points, 2 rebounds, 12 assists, 21 points, 13 rebounds, 3 assists for Carl Anthony Towns. Rudy Gobert 15 points, 13 rebounds, 1 assist. Um, you got two people in double figures. I mean, double doubles. It's almost inevitable. Teron Prince, 19 points. Anthony Edwards, 10 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist. Basically, like I said, the Timberwolves take care of business, winning 129 to 124. 6-8 on the year for the Timberwolves. Basically, 8-5 for the Cavaliers. You got to think they are on their fourth losing game consecutively. They were 8-1 before they lost their first one to the Clippers, and they've been losing ever since. Maybe they get back on track. And what was considered possibly the game of the night last night, the Utah Jazz faced off against the Philadelphia 76ers. Of course, we know the Utah Jazz have been playing a certain type of way, so we would have expected the Utah Jazz to probably be walked away with this game, but it wasn't that simple. Philadelphia center Joel Embiid saves the best for last, all in the fourth quarter versus the Utah Jazz, going for 59 points on the night, 11 rebounds, 8 assists, 7 blocks, in which 26 of his 27 points was scored in the fourth quarter. 26 out of 27 points by the 76ers was scored by Embiid in the fourth quarter. He also had 5 of his 7 blocks in the fourth quarter. He was basically just on one. I guess you could say it for the most part. When you look at it, it was not much that could be said or done. Oh, hold up. Where's this at? It was not much that could be said or done in state, along with the 25th point. B also became the first player to register at least 20 points, 5 blocks in a single quarter in the last 25 years. He was the first player with at least 50 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 blocks in the game since the blocks became an official stat. He became the first player to outscore both teams himself in the fourth quarter since Tracy McGrady in 2006. And lastly, he became the fourth player, along with Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, and Bradley Beal, to score at least 100 points across back-to-back since the NBA-ABA merger, as Embiid scored 42 points on Saturday night. So that was the first player to do it. He's been the first center to do that since Wilt Chamberlain in 1967. So in all cases, Embiid was that man that night. Uh, like he said, the Jazz was led by 18 points from like Malik Beasley, 15 points from Colin Sexton, 15 from Laurie Markkanen, 14 from Kelly Olynyk, and 12 from Jordan Clarkson. The 76ers, 59 points, like I said, from Joel Embiid, 11 rebounds, 8 assists, 18 points from Tyrese Maxey, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. And basically, those were the only two they had in double figures. They had 8 points from Tobias Harris, 6 points from DeMatthew Elton, and Jordan's name had 5 points. So I guess if they wouldn't even got the W had it not had been from Joel, so he single-handedly beat the Jazz himself. They're still the best team in the NBA, I believe, Anthony. They have the best record, I guess. But I mean, does the best record make you the best team? If that was the case, then
Yeah. Well,
no.
yeah. Yes. That does not make
No, it
sense.
does not.
That
Why do
does
you
not
think
make
that?
sense. How does that not make you the best team? If you are undefeated, you are the best team in the NBA.
We're not talking about football.
I'm not saying they're undefeated, but if you're the well, that's what.
We're not talking about the NFL.
Well, I'm talking any sport though. Yeah, I said it. They're
No,
not
that does
undefeated, but I'm
not.
saying if you
Eric,
they
he's
are
saying
the
that because
best
his
team.
Eagles is up. You know why he's saying that.
We
Right
get-
now, you know what? Minnesota might be the best team in the NFL.
Right.
Shut up, man. Y'all sound crazy as all get out. How y'all gonna say that if we beat Minnesota? You can't say that.
Y'all beat Minnesota at a great time. Since
It
then,
don't matter. We beat them. It matter if it was the wrong time, right time, no time, anytime. We beat them. So how can they be the best team if we beat them?
So would you say that Utah Jazz is the best team in the NBA?
Am I saying that they are?
they're 10-5. They got the best record.
Yes. Right then they're the best team in the NBA.
That makes
right
them the
now.
best team.
Right.
So your opinion is Utah Jazz is the best team in the NBA
right now.
No,
right
that's
now.
not. All right.
Right now,
because they're half a game. They have a half a game better record than
anybody
who I
in
just
the
said
NBA.
earlier. This guy.
Who got the second best record? Who else got who's come close? Who else is 10-5 or 9-4?
It was someone. No, someone's 10 and something else. It was. I just bring them up. Was it the Cavaliers? The Cavaliers are 8 or 8-5. So that hold on, I can tell you standings.
Let me see.
Oh well, no, they're not. The what's called, but the Celtics and the Bucks both are 10-2 and 10-3.
Oh, then they're not the best team in. No, they're not. Then it's the Bucks or the Celtics. Then they're not the best team. No, they're not. The Bucks or the Bucks and the Celtics are. There it is. There you have it, bro. Come on, man. How you not the best team if you have the best record?
Because
that makes no sense.
I don't feel like I feel like it's not that basketball because the length of schedule.
Right. But I'm saying for right now, though, Eric, I get where you're coming from. For right now, though, yeah, as the time goes on, they won't be the best team or nothing like that unless they can keep that going. But until then, you got to give them the benefit of the doubt. They're the best team until somebody show otherwise.
I wouldn't say that. I was just saying they got the best record right now. Like Calvin said, it's a long season, man.
It is a real long season. They ain't even 10% in.
Record. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, they ain't even 10% in. I agree with that part. Now it is a long season. I will agree to that.
So, well, yeah, okay, I got it. In state is me personally, I don't necessarily think that because you have the best record that makes you the best team.
So what is it? Okay, so if that's the case, what does it make you?
That means you have competed the best in those games per your schedule. So if I was let's look at this, right? Y'all play y'all play. No, listen to me. Like, I probably didn't say it right, but look at it. So it's just like we were talking about. If in college, like I think this is a perfect example. In college, there's over 200 and something teams, right?
Correct.
Out of those 200 and something teams, some of the top teams aren't playing you can have a team that no one's talking about go undefeated, right? But yet you can have all the teams, quote unquote, the Power Five conference, the other five conference, and all these other conferences. You can have them lose one or two games, but yet you have teams that are undefeated. That doesn't make that team the best team. It's based off of who you playing, how you're playing, and how well you're playing against them. And so sometimes, in some cases, I think I get it. I get it. I get it. Minnesota has one loss, and they lost to the Philadelphia Eagles, who currently don't have any losses. But has Minnesota played better competition than the Eagles? Prior to them losing two games in a row, the Buffalo Bills had played better competition through the Eagles. Hence the reason why the Buffalo Bills was considered to be a better team than the Eagles. I would even be willing to say that it's a possibility. No, they're not going to give it. That's the only thing that's saving Minnesota from being over the Eagles is the simple fact that they lost head to head. That's the only thing I think at this point. And you when you even got on this morning, you sit up and gave the love and respect to the Vikings, and I think that's the only thing that's saving them right now. I think that's the only thing that's
Gotta
saving
give
them right
respect
now.
with respect's due.
Yeah, I
You
think
got
that's the
to.
only thing that's saving them right now. Where they probably would be the next one to be a top tier, but I think Kansas City is going to continue to be a thorn in the side for Minnesota. But if Minnesota could continue to win, I think at some point they drop. Even if the Eagles continue to win, I think Minnesota's going to. That's the only thing that's going to happen. It is still. I don't think it's far fetched that they will take them over as a top team in the NFL as for power rankings as well. But it's kind of hard to make that that decision when the only loss they got is to the currently undefeated team in the league. So it's a
Right.
hard pill to swallow.
That part.
I think it's based off the sport. Like 17 game season, and when you play NBA or Major League Baseball, you got
Right.
time.
Right. And I totally agree to that. I totally agree with you on that, Eric. The season is long in basketball, baseball. We know the season is very long, so we know that who's on top now is definitely probably ain't gonna be on top at the end or in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Because of what it is. But even still, I get where you're coming from, Trey. Or in regards to the fact that you're saying is, I mean, you made a perfect example in regards to college football. We know we've seen Alabama a few times
Mm-hmm.
become we be considered the best team and not have a losing have a loss on their record
Two loss at that. You know what I'm
or
saying?
two
So
losses. It happens. I get it, but until right now, um, yeah, Philadelphia is definitely not the best, or Utah is not the best team in the NBA.
correct.
It would have to be, in my opinion, it would have to be
It's
Milwaukee and
Milwaukee
Milwaukee or
10-2.
Boston.
They're all top. They all got 10 wins, but of course, West Coast played 2 to 3 more games more than
Games.
both of them.
Right, right. So
Are the Chiefs better than the Eagles? I would say no. Right now,
not right now. You can't say they are.
I don't,
Even though the Chiefs are playing great
I
ball, they
don't,
ball,
I
they
don't
ball.
think you got a defense.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins though he was playing in prime time in the first half. I mean, you got to give it to. I mean, we ain't got to football yet. We gonna get there, but yeah, we gonna definitely get to football. But I mean, you can't take nothing away from Kirk Cousins, and you can't take nothing away from the Kansas City Chiefs. They doing what they need to do to stay on top. They getting significant wins against good teams. So it is what it is.
Matter of fact, let's go ahead and get to it so we can go through each game one at a time. Of course, that first off, we already know the Falcons lost to the Panthers 25-12 in Thursday Night Football.
That
We
was
talked
Thursday
about
night.
that
Yeah,
already. Yeah,
yeah.
we talked about it already. But let's Seattle Seahawks, the Germany game, Munich, in which for the second it was looking pretty dismal for Seattle, even though they did lose. What's good, Key? Good morning, Key. How you doing? Although they did lose,
What up, Key? What up, Key?
they did end up coming back. They did end up coming back and making an effort in it. It came up short late. Buccaneers did get the win, to prove 500, winning 21-16. Uh, in the Seahawks, Geno Smith was 23 for 33, 275 yards, 2 touchdowns. He also had 22 yards on 4 carries. Kendrick Walker the third, 10 carries for 17 yards. DJ Metcalf, 6 receptions, 71 yards. Tyler Lockett was 3 for 42 with a touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 2 for 38 with a touchdown. Kenneth Walker the third, 6 receptions for 55 yards. Will Dizzy, 2 for 28, and Noah Fat, 3 for 34. The Buccaneers, Tom Brady, 22 for 29, 258 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Fournette did try. They did try the Philly special.
And Tom, they need to stop trying that with Tom. Stop. They need to stop trying it. They done tried that a few times with Tom Brady, and he is horrible at it.
Hey, if Tom didn't slip, no, he might have.
He
He's
did.
horrible at it.
You think he was about to moss? Tom was about to moss him?
No, but Tom wasn't about to boss no damn body.
Tom was about to moss him.
Tom wasn't finna boss nobody, bro.
Fournette threw it just so Tom could moss him. He's like, Tom finna get this moss. Rashad White, 22 carries for 105 yards. Leonard Fournette, 14 carries for 57 yards with a touchdown. Keyshawn Vaughn with 2 carries for 2 yards. Chris Godwin, 6 receptions, 71 yards, 1 touchdown. Mike Evans, 5 receptions, 54 yards. Julio Jones, 3 receptions for 53 yards and a touchdown. Auden, 35 yards. Scott Miller, 2 for 25, and Keyshawn Vaughn, 1 for 11. Did Tampa Bay just happen to luck up in this game, or time ran out for the Seahawks? What do y'all think?
Seahawks game plan in the first half didn't work. They adjusted good the second half till they had enough time.
Mm-hmm. That's why I say I think the time ran on him because he definitely started. Geno started locking in, and it wasn't to the best.
I thought that was a penalty when you start carrying players. I thought you couldn't do that. I thought that was a penalty.
You can.
I thought that was something new they added this year that that linemen couldn't pick up players and carry him like that no more.
Yeah.
What I was told. Either way, but what you say?
It was luck. Anthony Price said it was luck. The Bucks got won by luck.
Nah, that was after like Tom Brady started to
Find himself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can tell when he start fitting himself because his celebrations say it all too. I'll say it so well.
Say it all. Yep.
The man is the GOAT. You just can't take that from him.
That part.
You just gonna walk in there and beat Tom Brady. You crazy.
That part. He is the truth. And it's cool. I'm happy they got to play in Germany, man. That's huge. I think that's major, in my opinion, man. To see that man get for him to play over there. You know, so many Europeans love American football. And for him to go over there, and for them to go over there, not Tom Brady, just him, but for them to go over there and play.
NFL to go over.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. I like that. They need to keep doing that. I like that, and maybe even have more games over there.
So of course, next game up. Brady 2-0 after the divorce.
Wow, is that what we doing, y'all? Brady 2-0 after the divorce, really?
That's disrespectful.
That is on so many levels, man. Leave that man alone. That man is trying to figure it out, bro. He's working on it. They got the win. He about to. I think he about to get focused. He about to get focused.
He ain't got a choice now. That's a good point. I mean, you think about it. Like he doesn't like you said, the divorce is done. All that's over and behind him. Now it's like you said, it's probably time for him to refocus because that's all he has. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate that probably was the end of it.
Did she buy a house right across the street from him?
I think so. So they could be able to take care of the kids together.
And did y'all see this? Did y'all see this right here? Tom Brady did something that ain't nobody. This is why he's the GOAT, man. This is why he's the GOAT. Y'all pay attention. This is why he the GOAT, man. Things like this makes him the GOAT. First quarterback to win an NFL game in 3 countries outside the U.S.
Bro, when you've been playing for 30
the first quarterback to win.
You gotta realize the last 3 or 4 NFL drafts, people that was
in Mexico and Germany
wasn't even born yet.
Yeah, I know.
Man, these players are playing with the same they watch play football when they were 5, 6 years old.
That's crazy, bro. That's mad crazy, man. Shout out to Tom Brady, man, for that huge win that they had yesterday.
So the next game yesterday, of course, the people probably looked at it as a toilet bowl, but however, uh, we did. It was a good game in any case. The Detroit Lions faced off
Oh,
against the
I knew
Chicago
that's the one you was
Bears.
talking. I knew that's the one you were talking because it was a good game. It was close.
That was
I wanted,
Close
man.
game.
I was rooting for Justin. God, I was rooting for Justin. I really
30
was.
to 31. Chicago Bears fall to the Detroit Lions. The Lions improved 3-6 on the year. Chicago drops to 3-7. Uh, Justin Fields 12 for 20, 167 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 13 carries on 114,
That boy's a
147
problem,
yards,
bro. What did
two
I tell you, Trey? That
touchdowns.
boy's gonna be a problem
hey,
when it come time. That boy is going to be a major,
Vince,
major problem, bro.
I take that back. What I said about Justin Fields, bro. Yeah,
That boy is a problem, bro. That
but,
boy is a
but
major, major problem, bro.
yeah,
That boy is a problem. Look, that boy is a problem.
you give him 2 receivers, he's a line.
And what I say last week? You give that man somebody to throw the ball to, he's going to be a problem. He will be a problem. That's the only, and give him a line to protect that dude. He's going to do some things, bro. That dude is a
Khalil
problem.
Herbert, 10 carries, 57 yards. David Montgomery, 9 carries, 37 yards. Equanimus St. Brown, 2 for 9. Cole Kimmett, 4 receptions, 74 yards, 2 touchdowns. Darnell Mooney, 4 for 57. Brian Pringle, 1 for 12. Claypool, he must not be picking up the playbook, or Claypool isn't what we thought he was.
I don't think Claypool is what we thought he was. In my personal opinion, I don't think Claypool is what everybody thought he was. And I really don't. I think he was shining over there because Juju wasn't doing what he was supposed to do over there in Pittsburgh, and so Claypool was the ultimate.
But you can't leave Juju open. You can't just
Right,
let him
right,
run rampant. But
right.
yeah,
And I think Claypool just happened to be, Claypool wasn't being, people wasn't looking for Claypool. They was looking for Juju because Juju was the dude while Brown was there. So, so I really believe Claypool. I think a lot of people have Claypool overrated. And
Jared
Claypool,
Goff, 19 for 26, 236 yards, 1 touchdown. Jamal Williams, 16 carries for 59 yards with a touchdown. With the touchdown, Jared Goff was 4 for 14. Justin Jackson 4 for 14. Amon
hold
Ross
on,
St. Brown.
the Bears were up 24-10 at one point.
Yeah, it was up.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Jared Goff got on it.
Man, I did not know that.
Amon St. Brown, 10 receptions for 119 yards. Khalif Raymond, 3 for 47. Tom Kennedy, 1 for 44. Justin Jackson, 2 for 14. When they were able to come back, Detroit showing that grit and grind. But that's major. The dude just rushed for 127 last week, and then he comes back and rushed for 137 this week.
Yeah.
Like, 147. I'm sorry.
That's also
How's he wide open like that? What kind of defense is that?
he went the quarterback scrambled to the left.
Oh my God, though, but that's you talking about a busted defense, though. Dang, that makes it easy for Justin. Like you,
You throw across the field like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Expect you to throw across the field.
that's crazy, bro. Man, shouts out to Justin. Even though he didn't get the win, I mean, he still had a pretty good. Let me see. Oh, and he just threw back, wide open, and he came from the left side of the field and went right.
Ron, what's good, bro?
WGO.
Ron, the
Good
NFL
as the Vikings.
Go Vikings, go Rams, go who was it?
Rams lost.
Eagles.
Tonight, baby, tonight.
Rams, not my team. I don't know why we telling them to come.
Rams. I don't know. Did any of us do good this week, Trey, on picks?
Hell yeah, Ron did.
What Ron do? What Ron go?
He currently 8-4.
He 8-4.
Yo, correction, 85. 85.
I was finna say that sounds.
Well, no. Yeah, 85. 85.
What?
Ain't y'all glad y'all followed me behind the Vikings? Except for you, fella. You should. I told you.
I didn't. I picked. Come on, man. I just figured
I know it.
I'll take that L. I ain't got no choice but to take that L, man. You're right.
I,
I did. I did. I took a bad L on that one. I ain't go front.
oh,
What did you and I go, Trey?
We're currently 7-6.
7-6.
that's
Yep.
horrible.
Did I miss 7-6?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
everybody probably is game.
But I'll win tonight because, well, you already know who I'm picking, so I'll win tonight. That's cool. I'll be 8-6. I'll take it.
Ron was out running for a second.
He was.
The last game,
was.
the Rams lost, the Cowboys lost, and he chose the Chargers, and they lost. So prior to that, the only loss he had was the Chicago and the Atlanta game.
Damn.
Chicago the 49ers.
Who picked Chicago? Who picked I picked the 49ers, but he picked
Ron,
who?
he picked he picked Chicago, and he picked the Chargers.
We all picked Chicago, didn't we?
Yes, we did. No, I picked Detroit.
Oh, you picked Detroit?
Mm-hmm.
Say it with your chest. I picked the Colts. Remember all that
You
said
did,
about
yeah.
He did pick the Colts.
He did.
He did pick the damn Colts. But I forgot Jeff Saturday. That was his first game as head coach.
Well, that's why I went. That's why I went against him, because he was his first. That's exactly why I went against him.
His first game as head coach.
I was like,
kinda did too.
okay. He's a head coach. He's his first game as head coach, and they still got Ellinger starting, but they didn't start Ellinger. But of course, we're gonna get to that in a second. Cleveland Browns, 3-6 on the year after their loss to the Miami Dolphins, who are 7-3, and currently leading the AFC East. 39-17. Jacoby Brissett, 22 for 35 for 212 yards with 1 touchdown. Nick Chubb, 11 carries, 63 yards with a touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones, 5 receptions, 99 yards. Amari Cooper, 3 for 32. David Bell, 3 for 24. Nick Chubb, 3 for 18 contribution. Harrison Bryant, 3 for 13. The Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa, 25 for 32,
This is what the
285
Dolphins are doing
yards.
today. This is what they're
3
doing.
touchdowns. Jeffrey Wilson, hell of a pickup. Shout out San Francisco giving up. Jeffrey Wilson, 17 carries for 119 yards and 1 touchdown. Raheem Mossert, 8 carries, 65 yards.
Oh, they was
1
a tandem,
touchdown.
huh?
Yeah.
It was a tandem this week, huh?
Both of them former 49ers players that played under Mike McDaniels in San Francisco. So, I mean, I'm trying to figure out why Shanahan just had them. Like, what is he doing?
Giving away players.
Why is he just basically feeding the beast? Tua for MVP, I wouldn't say that yet. Anthony,
he's in the running. He's in the top 5.
It would probably be different had he not missed those couple of games.
Nah, I still think he's in the top 5, bro.
Top 5?
Yeah. For MVP? Yeah. Who your top 5, Eric?
Hold on, let me get him
Yeah, think about it. Get opportunity. Think about it. But I'm just saying, who your top 5?
Eric, for his top 5. Next up, the Broncos, Denver Broncos, face off against the Tennessee Titans. Russ. Funny how the tables turn. Funny how the tables turn. The Denver Broncos fall to the Tennessee Titans 17-10. Titans go to 63 of the year. Broncos fall to 3-6. Russell Wilson, 21 points, 21-42. I'm sorry, 286, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Latavius Murray was 9 rushes for 24 yards. Melvin Gordon was 7 for 24. Cortland Sutton led the charge, 6 receptions, 66 yards receiving. Jalen Virgil, 1 reception for 66 yards and a touchdown.
Horrible pick. Sealed the game.
What else? Latavius Murray, 3 for 23. Eric Saubert, 1 for 12. Greg Dulcich, 1 for 11. The Titans, Ryan Tannehill, back under quarterback, 19 for 36, 255 yards, 2 touchdowns. Derrick Henry, 19 carries for 53 yards. Ryan Tannehill, 2 for 12. Nick Westbrook, 5 receptions, 119 yards, 2 touchdowns. Austin Hooper, 5 receptions, 41 yards. Traylon Burke 3 for 24. Derrick Henry 2 for 14 himself. Anthony Price said his MVP list is as such: Holmes, Allen, Hurts, Tua, Hill.
Gosh, out.
Allen got to come off now, bro. I feel like.
No. So well, I got Allen in mind, but I go Hurts, Allen, of course Jefferson. Even though Henry just had a bad game, you know, yeah,
We know it's been a minute since we seen Jeff. I mean, when the last time we had a outside quarterback MVP?
right. That's why I said this shit might be different. Now, you know, of course, I got to take Barkley because
Yeah.
Barkley has literally.
Held to he is ready. Ron said it early in the year. He talked about it, and that's exactly. But you know what? Getting to the reason for the season why Eric is on this morning, the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings. Bruh.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Ron? What Ron say?
Dying. It's a great story.
The Minnesota Vikings take care of business, winning. We're going to get through these stats right quickly. We're going to talk about how it was and what it came to be. The Minnesota Vikings, of course, take care of business, winning 33-30, improving to 8-1. 8-1 on the season. Buffalo drops to 6-3. Bills, Josh Allen, 29 for 43, 330 yards, one touchdown, 2 interceptions, 6 carries for 84 yards on the day. Devin Singletary, 13 carries for 47 yards, 2 touchdowns. James Cook, 5 for 22. Now, Stephon Diggs, 12 receptions, 128 yards. Gabe Davis, 6 receptions, 93 yards, and a touchdown. Dawson Knox, 4 for 57. Isaiah McKenzie, 4 for 37. And Hines, 1 for 9. But, of course, the Vikings, Kirk Cousins, 30 for 50, 357 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions.
This is what y'all do, Eric. This is what y'all do when y'all get wins, man. This is what y'all do right here, bro. This is what y'all do, man, when y'all get wins. This is how y'all go back on the plane, bro. This is what y'all do.
Yeah, it don't change. I think.
Bro, this is what y'all do on the. This is what y'all do when y'all. This is what y'all do. This is what y'all doing on the plane, bro. Going back, y'all popping chains and whatnot, bro. This is how y'all feel.
Money.
You gotta get it to him, bro. You gotta get it to him, man. You gotta get it to him.
Dalvin Cook, 14 carries, 119 yards, 1 touchdown. Kirk Cousins was 6 for 12. Alexander, 3 for 11. Justin Jefferson, 10 receptions, 193 yards, 1 touchdown. Adam Thielen, 5 for 49.
Don't forget to add the catch. And not just the catch. They got to add Justin Jefferson and the catch.
No, TJ Hawkinson, 7 for 45.
Yeah.
TJ Hawkinson, 7 for 45. KJ Osborne, 4 for 35. Dalvin Cook, 3 for 27 receiving. Gentlemen, as Cornelia said, that game was a classic. Never seen a team win it and lose it twice in the same game.
That was probably the best game of the weekend, bro.
Best game of the season, I heard.
Who would have
the season?
That was the best game ever.
That boy shot out a cannon and was gone. It was not catching it.
And what's crazy, his little brother faster than he is.
I heard. That's the word on the street. I heard that.
Yeah, he's on the side of the ball, yeah.
I heard that. That's the word on the street.
It happens. So think about it, Bishop. Think about it. Remember the game in which we played, in which we ended up playing against my then wife's unit in the Fort Hood champion in the Fort Hood post playoffs. And remember, we just saying I had a game where I could have had 6 interceptions, but it was just 6 breaks up at the time, and we just ran roughshod over them. That be that when you play against family, sometimes that be that feeling. You be like, you know what? You know what I'm saying? It invigorates you, empowers you, and so that's exactly what that looked like with Dalvin Cook. Like, you know what? Let me show him, like, you know what I'm saying? That's little bro. Keep that in mind. That's little bro.
That's little bro.
This game, what do you say? This game was better than last year Chiefs and Bills playoff. Nah, I don't know that. I think what you know, what I'm saying. I think let's not let the wool pull the wool over our eyes.
This was a good game, bro. Like,
yeah,
you
but it wasn't
like,
that game.
Yeah, you can't take nothing away from this game, bro. You had 2 teams that was battling that deserved to give you a great game, and that's what they did, man. They gave us a great game. Another look at that great catch again from a different angle. Just like it's like, bro, that's just God-given talent. This dude, he had no reason. He shouldn't have caught that ball, bro. When you look at it, Lewis has the best chance to get that ball, and somehow I don't know how Justin Jefferson comes down with that ball. I have no clue. Like, there's no way. The defender has the best chance at the ball. How do you allow him to take that ball from you? That is phenomenal, bro. That is phenomenal.
Ron,
like I said, I gotta give it to him.
Ron, what do you say about Kirk Cousins in prime time? Well, it wasn't necessarily prime time.
You like that? That's what you got to say. You like that?
Yeah, I get their respect, man. And all Dallas fans, y'all next, man.
Oh, that's right. I do got Dallas this week. But Dallas coming off a loss.
I know. I'm so glad to fact.
So
Dallas coming off a loss.
So it was a good game, I say.
That was another good game. It went into overtime, didn't it? That one went into
overtime. I'm talking about the Buffalo game still.
Oh, both of them, yeah.
But was it luck? What are the odds of that goal line play?
Remember
the team up at the goal line.
I got you. But remember, Minnesota has a rabbit's foot, man. Because remember that year they did the exact same thing to the Saints? And everybody thought that game was over. In Minnesota, they
talking about when what's his name called when
caught the ball.
Diggs
and caught it and won it and knocked the Saints out the playoffs.
Yeah, the Eagles beat us to sleep and they run.
Yep, and we won the Super Bowl that year. That's the year we won the Super Bowl. But yeah, they find ways to make it happen, man. They find ways.
What was the odds of that? Because I thought it was in my mind. I was still thinking about, they're about to go for a safety and go ahead and close the game out. That's what I was thinking in my mind. But when I looked, I was like, so when I thought he was down, I was like, okay, he went for the safety. But when I looked and I see them going like this and stuff like this, I was like, wait, did he just fumble the ball? I was like, so you got to take a consideration. Like, what's the odds in this happening?
So I missed the games yesterday, so I didn't even see the games yesterday. I missed a lot of them because I was, like I said, I did the little things with the MGLO and all of that. But I just, you talking about this play here? I didn't even see this.
Yeah, you missed it. Yeah. Right there.
So he fumbled it. Josh Allen fumbled. Did he lose the snap? He must have lost the snap. He lost the snap.
The snap. They said the snap got too far back got too deep, and he didn't get it. And so it came out.
I never even saw it. I was like, what? Because when I looked at it, they was up 27-17. I was like, oh, Buffalo got this. And then I was like, what the devil just happened?
Yeah, come back.
So he never got the snap initially, and then got pushed back and got bumped back.
Yeah,
the ball fell, and Eric Kendrick fell.
Again, Eric Kendrick was already in the gap, and he fell on. Like you said, he fell on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so it is what it is.
So it puts Minnesota gets the win, 8-1. Second best team in the NFL, maybe second best record for sure.
Second best team. I give them second best team without question. They just beat Buffalo, who everybody has had Buffalo over Philly in the power rankings. So you got to give Minnesota second best team now, without question. That's without question.
Ron, is there an argument Miami second best team?
Really, Trey?
Yeah.
Stop it! How are you putting Miami over Minnesota? Don't worry, I'm waiting.
Let's keep in mind the only games in which Miami lost are games that Tua was not playing. The game that Tua did play is they beat Buffalo.
Okay.
You gotta think. So that's what I'm saying. They're 8-3. Miami's record 8-3, 6-3, 7-3. So 7-3. So they lost the only.
But you got an 8-1 Minnesota. They have lost to only us.
Again, we talk about schedules again. Like it's saying, it still comes down to the same type of schedule.
Yeah, Eric, this your boy.
What is the combined schedule of teams in which Miami has played? What is the combined schedule of teams in which the Chiefs Minnesota has played? And even put that, even add that. What is the combined schedule of teams in which Philadelphia has played?
Eric, this your battle, Eric. I'm gonna let you add it.
I'm just saying. I'm just bringing it to the light. Where I don't get caught up in.
This is my issue. You bringing up the schedule like we knew which team would have a good record.
I get it.
Nobody knew Green Bay was gonna be trash, but we beat them. You can't say Green Bay is not a good team. Are they not?
No, they're not.
So in week
Green Bay
1,
is not good.
this how I know.
Well, how did they beat Dallas then?
No, listen. No, let me talk because this is so.
Green Bay is not good. Let's not let that stuff pull the Vikings are good. Philly is good.
Before the season started, if you go back to that live when you said the Vikings gonna lose their first 4 games, you said that.
Yeah, I did.
So if you listen, don't go by the schedule now. Go by. You said we weren't even gonna win in the whole season.
For one, I simply said,
"Oh, don't wait until you start losing and say now it's the strength of schedule." Because in the beginning,
it's always been the strength of schedule.
In the beginning, the strength of schedule was totally different. When everybody was 0-0.
Yeah, but it's still the strength of schedule because just no different. Like I said, that Tampa Bay wasn't going to be anything because I said Green Bay and I said Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady had hit the ceiling, so it was no different. Now they're both technically Tampa Bay is 5-1. I mean 5-5, and Green Bay is on the cusp as well. But I still think that it just happened to be the players in which they played. Green Bay happened to come running to the Dallas Cowboys, in which we was going to talk about. It could have been different. Mike McCarthy didn't go for the field goal when he had the opportunity. He elected to go for a fourth and 3 instead of going for the field goal because he said the wind was bad. He had been in the stadium, so he knew what he was playing with. So he didn't want to put down his kicker. He's at 53 yards, and the bad wind wasn't going to be effective. So he went for 4th and 3. They didn't convert it. 6 plays later, Green Bay gets the field goal. That's just it.
Basically, Trey, you do a whole lot of what ifs. So if it didn't rain, hold on, wait a minute. So if it didn't rain, y'all would be Chicago, right?
Yes, we would have. Not if it didn't rain. It's just that we wasn't prepared for that. We wasn't prepared for that element.
Oh my!
You keep on. If Cowboy would have kicked the field goal, bro, listen.
No, but if the Cowboys would have kicked the field goal, it might have been different. That's what I'm saying. And it came down to what Mike McCarthy said. He stated that it didn't make a difference because had they had kicked the field goal and converted it, or had they had kicked the field goal and didn't convert it, it would have been the same thing. So I go with what he said. I was like, that's legit.
So I can say, hey, Bishop, if y'all had played us at 1 o'clock instead of prime time, we would have beat y'all.
It's a possibility. But I get so what I'm getting is factors. In state, there's factors, and the factors make a difference.
But if factors are part of the game, though, Trey. The factors is part of the game.
Factors are part of the game. Yeah.
So
I get what you're saying, but
factors are part of the game.
So what makes what makes Miami jump a 8-1 Minnesota?
Yeah, you can't add factors.
You can't add factors
to a record.
Yes.
Not to a record. You can add factors to a game. You can't add factors to a record.
And so you want to do factors. Your team will be horrible if your quarterback didn't get hurt.
They might.
Your factor worked out for your team because quarterback. Your team would be, man.
They might. We don't know because we don't know. He's a rookie quarterback. That only reason he had 1 game under his rookie belt. It's no different from Justin Fields, who basically they came in the same time. Mac Jones turned up last year. He took his team to the playoffs and got ran amok on by Buffalo in the first game. It's just yes, it's all that. But do we factor in that with snowing there? Maybe not. But you know what I'm saying? Yes.
I get the factor part, bro. We gotta live in reality. I understand what your factor is.
And the reality is, you know what? I put the pictures in this because I'm going to go back and I'm going to find out what all those are, and then I'm going to bring it up again. But I mean, so right now, like I said, I stated and said that Minnesota is probably the second best team. Maybe they probably are. The record says they're the second best team because they're the only 1-loss team in the NFL.
That's hard.
That's the only factor that matters.
No, that's not the only factor that matters. What's
the other factor that matters? What's the other factor right now? What's the other factor that matters, Trey?
The same factor that kept Buffalo Bills as the number 1 team over the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles. That's the same factor that matters. That's what I'm talking about. So you know what I'm saying? That's it's all good that yes, y'all was undefeated, but if you played
the facts for Buffalo Eagles is their team was on roster look better than the Eagles as far as experience, as far as the overall team. It still looks better, But if you put them on the field together, and actually it'd be a totally different game. By paper,
I
that's
still,
it.
I
And
think
then
if you put Miami and Minnesota on the field together, Miami beats Minnesota.
that's your opinion. You also 49ers fan, so you 4-4.
5-4.
Oh,
So you say if you put Minnesota and Miami on the field together, you got Miami beat Minnesota.
Man,
Yeah.
he don't believe that.
It'll be a good game. I will say that. It'll be a damn good game.
Beat them.
Who can afford? I bet you 49ers can. Minnesota.
I bet you they can.
Oh. Of course, we won't know because they're not playing each other this year.
Oh, they see each other in the NFC Championship.
In the who?
NFC Championship.
How's that? No. How was that? No.
Just wait for it.
What was that?
Just wait
How
for
was that? Whoa. You think you gonna slip that in there and think I ain't gonna say that? Hell no. Nice try though. He tried it. I get it. He tried it.
I said what I said.
Don't say that no more.
Y'all know the crazy part, if the playoffs was to start today, the Minnesota and 49ers will actually play.
I know.
Number 7.
Let's hope for that. Let's hope for that. I want to see that because Trey's really betting on them Dolphins. And Eric is definitely riding with his squad. So I would love to see that.
I'm not knocking the Dolphins. I just don't see it. No.
I'm not knocking them either. I just don't put them over Minnesota.
It's eight games remain to be played. We shall see.
That's right.
It's still a long season.
We halfway there. Yeah, we halfway there.
We only got 2 teams left.
Okay. Say less.
Yeah. And Cole, who was that? Cornelius Cole, I'm see.
Yeah, CC.
He a Dallas Cowboys fan, I believe.
Yeah, he a Cowboys fan. Yeah, I can fight after
We're gonna talk.
You right, Don. I know. I ain't worried about it.
Look at who Don.
I know.
Yeah, why? I can they respect, man. What they gotta do?
Hey,
y'all want us.
Man, hey, you know I feel you, Eric. We 8-0, and we don't get no respect.
Just beat the suspected.
You're right.
The picks winning.
The preseason pick for the Super Bowl, we just beat. Y'all just beat. Yep. Y'all just beat the preseason pick. Yep. Y'all just beat the preseason pick.
So after we beat Dallas, then what?
It's gonna be hell. Y'all beat Dallas, boy.
We just 9 points.
Y'all beat Dallas, brother. Y'all beat Dallas. The nation is gonna lose it. The nation is gonna lose it.
Where they playing at?
They gotta come see us.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm picking Minnesota. I'm telling you that now. I'm picking Minnesota at home. Yeah.
I'm telling you the truth. The team I'm worried about is the Patriots and the Jets.
That's a team to worry about.
I'll be honest with you. I can see us losing to the Jets.
That's a team to worry about.
I'm be honest with
you. Yep, that's a team to worry about. I'm not.
You know what? Ron don't believe none of this. That's why he's quiet. He just like he over there shaking his head.
Ron, that's because the Rams.
Ron quiet because them Rams ain't doing what they supposed to do, losing like.
I'm so confused this morning.
Any case, the Texans 1-7-1 on the year, faced off against the New York Giants, as Ron said.
These Giants, bro. What is up with these
Eric
Giants?
even said it's not even the Giants, it's one person. It's one person. That's like
that is I don't know what
that dude, like Ron said, as long as they continue to feed Barkley, they're going to continue to win. And it still has
How does one person beat you though? How does one person continuously beat you every single week? And you know he's coming to the field. It ain't like he's out the office. He's coming to the field. You know this.
It ain't like he out the office.
You know he's coming. And you still can't stop this man.
Like, that's MVP status, man.
Davis Mills, 22 for 37, 319 yards, one touchdown, one interception. Damon Pierce, 17 carries for 94 yards. Brandon Cooks, 1 for 5. Jordan Atkins, 3 receptions for 72 yards. Nico Collins, 5 receptions for 49 yards and a touchdown. Chris Moore, 3 receptions, 70 yards. Brandon Cooks, 4 receptions for 37 yards. Burkhead, 2 for 28. The Giants, Daniel Jones, 13 for 17, 197 yards, 2 touchdowns. Saquon Barkley, 35 carries, 152 yards,
Bro,
one touchdown.
I got how many carries you know?
5 carries. That's a lot of carries.
He had 4 yards a carry, 4.3.
How many carries though?
Oh, he had 35 yards, 35 carries. How many is that on the year?
Like average over the season.
Oh,
I
I'm
think
not sure.
he get the ball at least 25 times a game, right?
At
Yeah,
least.
at least.
That is crazy.
That is. Like again, just like he said, again, you know this dude is at work. Why? How can you not stop him? Like you know this dude is going to get 20+ carries.
But
How
so
do you
think
not
about
stop
it. Think about it. That's the same thing with Derrick Henry. Like we knew Derrick Henry was getting the ball, and it wasn't nothing he could stop. He's one of those. He's one of those backs for the most part. Same thing with Nick Chubb. You know he's going to get the ball, and he's going to do. You know, what I'm saying exactly what he needs to do.
Like you saying this 8 4 now. He's
I don't get it, bro. I mean, man, shouts out to the Giants doing their thing though. I mean, they doing what they need to do to get the dubs.
I need the Giants to beat Philly. I need Dallas to beat Philly. I'll be honest.
We still got to play the still got to play the Giants twice, and we only got the Cowboys one more time. But yeah, we still got to play. And this is our second game with the second game tonight with the Commanders. So
The Jaguars and the Chiefs. Chiefs take care of business, 72 on the year. 27-17 over the Jacksonville Jaguars, who dropped to 3-7. Trevor Lawrence, 29 for 40, 259 yards, 2 touchdowns. Travis Etienne, 11 carries for 45 yards. Christian Kirk, 9 receptions for 105 yards, 2 touchdowns. Zay Jones, 8 receptions for 68. Marvin Jones, 1 for 33, and Travis Etienne Jr., 3 for 28 receiving. The Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, 26 for 35, 331 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Isaiah Pacheco, 16 carries for 82 yards. Mahomes has 7 carries for 39 yards and Steph. Kadarius Toney, 2 for 32. Travis Kelce, 6 receptions, 81 yards, 1 touchdown. Marquez Scantling, 3 receptions, 60 yards, 1 touchdown. Kadarius Toney, 4 receptions, 57 yards, 1 touchdown. Noah Gray, 2 receptions, 20 yards, 1 touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 2 receptions for 33 yards. McKinnon, 6 for 56. Is it a little premature to count out the Kansas City Chiefs? Are they under the radar?
Hell no, you can't count them boys. Can't count them boys.
The coach had you don't have defense. You got to outscore them.
Do they Trey? Do they look like they could be counted out? Boys look like they about ready to be counted out. Them boys they don't care nothing about no the cheetah. They like we gonna make this happen regardless of what's going on. Bro. The boys is ready.
The only thing with the Chiefs for me is they got an Achilles heel, and last week the Titans put a tape out on them boys on how to punch them in the mouth.
They did.
It's the same thing with the Buffalo Bills. They can't run the ball.
Yeah, they don't have a run game. The Chiefs don't.
Which in December and January, when that game slow down and it come down to defense and running the ball, it's gonna have to be a miracle by Mahomes again.
Moving on to what we would have thought at the beginning of the season wouldn't have been a toilet bowl game, but it was. The 3-7, now 3-7 New York Saints travel to the now 3-6 Pittsburgh Steelers to take on, and the Steelers walk away with the W, winning 20-10. The Steelers, Kenny Pickett, 18 for 30, 199 yards passing. Najee Harris was 20 carries for 99 yards. Kenny Pickett, 8 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown. George Pickens with 2 carries for 23 yards and a touchdown. Deontay Johnson, 4 receptions for 63 yards receiving. Jalen 3 for 40. Pat Frymouth, 4 for 36. Pickens, 3 for 32. Sims Jr., 1 for 15. The Saints, Andy Dalton, 17 for 27, 174 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Taysom Hill, 0 for 1. Alvin Kamara, 8 carries for 26 yards.
Is whatchamacallit still hurt, Trey?
Who? Oh, talking about
Winston.
Thomas?
No, Winston.
Nah,
James.
he just ain't playing.
They believe in that boy. For whatever reason, they believe in old boy.
Dalton.
Yeah, Andy Dalton.
Redhead Dalton. I don't know
They
why.
believe in
Quite interesting.
That is quite interesting. When I feel like Winston ain't really lost the job, lost the position.
So
lost the
I think
starting
that
position.
I think it's hard to take a look at it. Jawan Johnson, 5 receptions for 44 yards and a touchdown. Chris Olave, 3 for 40. Jarvis Landry making his way back, 3 receptions, 37 yards. Kamara was 3 for 19. Trotman was 2 for 20. We had 2 receptions for 22 yards, but all in a losing effort. The Saints 3-7 on the year. What we thought was looking going to be promising for them turned out it isn't looking too promising at all. One of the games that we started talking about earlier was yes, sir.
Because they ain't figured out who the reason the Saints is never gonna win if they don't figure out their quarterback situation. They don't know if they got Taysom playing quarterback, they got Dalton playing quarterback, they got Jameis playing quarterback. You're not gonna win no games like that.
So Taysom only plays quarterback for gadget plays for the most part.
I know that's what I'm saying, but
so,
that's what
but
I'm saying.
I think they're not playing. I think Winston isn't playing because he has those back issues, and so they're trying to
so
sit
he is
people.
still hurt.
He's not hurt. He recovered, but I think what they're trying to do, they expected probably. I'm just speculating that maybe that they think it'll come back, and then they have to keep disrupting the flow of the offense because they had to put in and pull out. So they decided to put Anthony Dalton at the quarterback. But it looks like they're going to probably have to do the same thing which Indianapolis did and put in who might be the better player. Of course, like we was talking about earlier, the Colts, we would have thought the Raiders would have been a different team at this point. 2-7 on the year after they fall to the Colts, who 4-5-1, 25-20. Derek Carr, 24 for 38, 248 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Terrell Owens, didn't he?
Josh Jacobs, 21 carries for 78 yards with a touchdown. Devontae Adams, 9 receptions, 126 yards, 1 touchdown. Foster Moreau, 3 for 43 with a touchdown. Amir Abdullah, 4 for 33. But, of course, it's not enough. Matt Ryan making a comeback as he was benched and expected not to make a play again the rest of the year. Under the new head coach Saturday, 21 for 28, 222 yards, 1 touchdown. Jonathan Taylor rushed for 22 carries for 147 yards and a touchdown. Matt Ryan, 4 carries for 38 yards and a touchdown.
Do you think Jeff Saturday, because of him being an old school cat, do you think the fact that that's the reason why he may have brought Matt Ryan out and let him play and let him start?
I would like to say I think that he probably listened to his coaches, and maybe the coaches advised him that Matt Ryan needs to be the starter. Paris Campbell, 7 receptions, 76 yards.
Common sense thing he looked at.
You said a common sense thing, Ron?
You said what, Ron?
I'm breaking up a little.
Oh, there you go. We hear you now.
Colin Grayson, 4 receptions for 57 yards. Michael Pittman Jr., 7 for 53. Jonathan Slater, 2 for 16. Kiki Conti, 1 for 20. The Colts get the W, 25-20, as I said, 4-5-1 on the year. Making their way up. Like I said, still 8 games left in the season. We can see what they could do. If they was to go on a winning streak, they could go 12-5-1. It's not done yet. They're still within striking distance. The
I mean,
Cardinals and the Rams. What you say? Derek Carr crying. Yeah, I did see that
Yeah,
too.
that's why I said that's why I say he was Terrell Owens.
Yeah,
He pulled
yeah.
a Terrell Owens. Don't talk about my coach. Don't talk about my coach.
I have to say, man, the Raiders like the biggest upset.
They are. No one. Trey said it, but I didn't believe that, man. I did not believe. I just knew the tandem between Carr and Adams was just going to come through.
It's the
And
whole. Yeah,
I
they
think
got.
it's not. It's
I think
not.
it was. I think we was just being a little presumptuous too early, and just like in like we said, when these people, these super teams are created in basketball, we got to realize it takes people have to jail, and I think that's one thing we thought differently in football, and it still to be that. And then not to mention, there's no difference. So it's let's say this right. We saw what Stafford did with a Cooper Cup, only a Cooper Cup, right? It's speculated that Devontae Adams is better than Cooper Cup.
Mhm.
So you would expect the same thing, but is this what is it saying though? Is Stafford a better quarterback than Derek Carr, in which he has more of an ability to get the ball to his top receiver and make it happen? As Devontae fell off a little, like what are we looking at this point? Because it's evident that you don't have to. It helps to have another receiver, but you don't necessarily need one because we see what happened to the Rams when Cooper Cup went out. So, but Devontae ain't went out ever, and yet they're still having the same problem. So, what are we looking at? Ron, I see you shaking your head.
We all know that
Who's coaching the
Rams
Raiders?
offense, a lot of offensive plays and packages literally for Cooper Cup. Whether wide, whether he's in the backfield, our offensive well, he's the head coach now. He did the same thing with JJ. You know, when he came over to our offense, he created packages where JJ played every position as wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the difference is they got design packages for Cooper Cup. Whereas Devontae Adams still he the extra got to get open. And hold quarterback.
Ron, you were saying?
2 weeks ago, when they was playing the Jacksonville Jaguars, they went up 17-0. Devontae was having a coming out party, and the whole second half they ain't throw that man the ball again. Until the end of the game. Who's coaching the Raiders?
McDaniels.
I think we've identified a problem.
Mm.
It doesn't take hard to look when you examine what's going on with the Raiders. And Waller, their tight end, let them down this year.
Yeah, IR now. Hell, he let me down.
A lot of
Hey,
them.
Cole McCoy played in place of Kyler Murray.
Let's not talk about that game, Bishop. Matthew Stafford.
That's the next game. That's the game he was calling.
Yes,
That's the game he was about to.
that
That was the
was
next
about
game.
to call. So of course
Yeah.
the Arizona Cardinals were able to dispatch and take care of the Los Angeles Rams. Rams on a hangover, evidently from last year, 3-6.
Hangover. Worse than a
But
hangover.
it's still like I said, it's still 8 games. If they was
It
going
is.
8 game
It's still
streak,
early.
11-6, and you know what I'm saying, I would like so it's possible. We don't know.
Hold on. Let's be
It's
honest.
hard. It'll be hard.
Name me a time somebody came back. Come on now. Let's be honest, people. Like let's not do that. It's cool, but come on now.
It's possible.
Is Kyler hurt?
Only team that got a positive
Now,
AFC, the NFC South, because
Yeah, Kyler sat out. So what we happens is Colt McCoy did that last year. Colt McCoy came in when we thought San Francisco thought they was going to take care of business and get him. He came in and got the W last year. He does it again this year. 26 for 37, 238 yards, one touchdown. James Conner 21 carries for 69 yards and 2 touchdowns. DeAndre Hopkins
Ooh, that was a nice
10,
catch.
10 receptions, 98 yards. Rondale Murray 9 receptions for 94 yards. Connor 3 for 17. Ertz 1 for 12.
Ooh, that
Just
was a nice
different.
catch.
Just everything was different. Uh, the where is that? The Rams. John Walford 24 for 36, 212 yards and 1 touchdown. Bryce Perkins. So we got to think Murray nor Stafford played yesterday. So it's just a
Oh, Matt
battle of
Stafford didn't play.
No, neither. Both of them was out.
Oh, well,
Matter
then
of fact,
if I'd have known that, I'd
matter
have
of
picked
fact,
damn Arizona to play again. Well,
matter of
no,
fact,
I didn't know Kyler didn't
I had
play
to
either.
go. Yeah, I had to sit up. I had to go scramble to find a backup quarterback because both in Ron's league, both of my starter is Murray and the backup is Stafford, and neither one of them played. So I had to go. I had to go get whoever was available at the time. The only
Oh, so
person that
you
was
released
available
somebody. So
was
that means
Derek.
you had.
No, yeah, I released somebody, but but it wasn't no one. It wasn't no one particular. So Derek
Mm-hmm.
Carr, I wouldn't pick up Derek Carr, so he's gonna get released later on this week.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Pay attention. Players getting released. That means people.
Cam Akers, 6 carries
Unacceptable.
for 26 yards. Darrell Henderson, 6 carries for 21 yards and a touchdown. Kyron Williams was 1 for 9. Receiving, Tyler Higbee was eating 8 receptions, 73 yards. Van Jefferson, 3 receptions, 27 yards, 1 touchdown. Strong neck was 2 for 14. It was obvious that it was a personnel issue, and it was just the better of the worst in personnel, in which Colt McCoy is a serviceable backup, and he took care of business. Getting Arizona to win 4-6 on the year. Uh, Now the rounds fall to 3-6 for the year. Uh, Two more games left. Of course, one we was talking about earlier. The Dallas Cowboys faced off, traveled to Green Bay, take on the Packers, in which the Packers victorious, improving to 4-6 on the year. The Cowboys dropped to 6-3. Started to look a little easy in the NFC East.
No, because we're still in the top of the NFC, sir. No, it's not looking easy. We still, no,
Y'all still got to play what's called New York twice.
which
So
means what?
I hope all that stuff that you were saying is what y'all do to stop
That's right. That's what's
Saquon
gonna happen.
himself.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what's gonna happen, bro. Who's this?
Right,
Who's this Watson cat though? For
Christian
Green
Watson,
Bay. Yes. Who is this cat? This dude comes out the brush.
the Packers,
And
Aaron Rodgers, 14 for 22, 224 yards, 3 touchdowns, all 3 touchdowns for the
Watson.
to Watson, basically. Aaron Jones, 24 carries, 138 yards, and a touchdown. AJ Jenner, 13 for 65. Christian Watson, like we said, 4 receptions, 107 yards, 3 touchdowns. Sammy Watkins, three catches for 47 yards. Alan Lazard, 3 for 45. Jones, 2 for 18. Robert Tonyan was 1 for 8. The Cowboys, Dak Prescott, 27 for 46, 265 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Tony Pollard, 22 carries for 115 yards and a touchdown. Malik Davis, 5 for 38. CeeDee Lamb, 11 receptions, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Is he now
Dawson,
considered number one? Can we
number one,
say
what?
he's a receiver in
Number
Dallas
one
now?
receiver?
In Dallas, yes.
Oh, yeah, he's been the number one receiver in Dallas.
No, because if you ask CC and you ask Applewhite, remember they all said he's not the number one. It was oh boy, what's his name?
Gallup.
Gallup.
Well,
And we have not heard from Gallup all season.
so I think initially Gallup, when Gallup went down and Dak went down, that took that away because prior to that, that was Dak's go-to. So I mean, but when they released Amari Cooper, the expectation was that Gallup was going to be their number one. It
Number
was
one,
always going to
right.
be CD.
But I said CD. I said CD from the get-go. That CD was the number one over Gallup. I've said that out the gate. Even when whatchamacall was there last year when Amari Cooper, CD was the 2, Amari was the 1. Everybody want to give Gallup all. I told you Gallup is not that dude, bro.
Like I said, I think it's what he say. What did he say? Watson couldn't catch cold until he played us. Cowboys the cure.
He couldn't catch. Say he count everything on y'all yesterday though. That man said he had 3. That man said I want y'all to know I had 3 of them things. Who else did that? Did somebody else do that the other week? That was that Mixon? Somebody did that and was like they had 3.
Yeah, it was Mixon had five rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, that's great. This man says 1, not 2, but 3. He pulled the LeBron James, not 1, not 2, but 3. He pulled LeBron James on him.
Wow.
So, Tony Pollard, like I said, Tony Pollard is taking advantage of the situation.
Zeke need to go. Zeke need to go. Tony, they don't need Zeke. They don't need Zeke. Tony Pollard is a dude. They don't need Zeke. Zeke is a wasted talent in Dallas, in my opinion. Wow, Tony Pollard could do everything. You don't agree with me, Ron?
It's just, first of all, it's a lot to take in. They were just throwing Ezekiel Elliott
under the bus, out the pasture.
Yeah, it's to feed me. But you are right. However,
the
3rd and 2, 4th and 1, Ezekiel can do a couple different things that Pollard wouldn't be able to get done in that situation. So,
but I hear what you're saying. I kind of agree with you on that. However, do you need Zeke just for that? You're paying him all that money for 4th and 1 and 3rd and 2?
No, yeah.
Come on, man. Nah. You can find somebody else way cheaper for that price and could do practically the same thing.
So I think it was a situation where Zeke has been relegated down to that. Of course, that wasn't the mindset initially that he was going to hit a wall this swiftly after signing that deal. So now what you're doing, like you said, Bishop, is now he's being paid for to be a third down back, all that type of stuff. Yeah, power back. He's now seen as a power back. Because
and I think what they're doing, right? I think what they're doing is what they tried to do with the Giants back in the days. Remember, they had thunder and lightning. Remember, was it that the Giants?
Yeah,
that had the thunder and lightning. And how some of these teams try to have those.
The Giants have had it. The Tennessee Titans had it when they had Lindell White and Chris Johnson. And so the Giants had it when they have Jacobs and Barber. So
right. And I think that's what Dallas is pretty much doing. Go ahead, Ron. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Another thing that we got to bring into account with these two is Pollard can't pass block for anything. Meanwhile, Elliott is probably the best.
Facts. Elliott is a better blocker.
Make it worth a little bit more of that money. Short yardage game and pass blocking.
I feel you on that.
And then additionally, what do y'all think about Mike McCarthy going for? Did y'all agree with him going for the 4th and 3?
I heard a lot of people was upset. I didn't see that game either. I heard a lot of people upset about it though. What happened, Trey?
It was 4th and 3, and he elected to go for it instead of kicking the field goal in overtime. His reasoning was he said he knows Green Bay, he knows the stadium, and he's like that area. The wind would have made a difference, and he thought it was just more sensible to attempt the 3rd. He thought 3 yards was attainable as opposed to going for a 53-yard field goal at that area. And it just didn't. They didn't convert it, and the defense didn't hold. 6 plays later, Green Bay kicks the field goal.
Haven't we been in this position before with Mike McCarthy and him making a bad decision or a decision in which a lot of fans felt like was the wrong decision as well as analysts? We find ourselves with Mike McCarthy in different situation a few times this season and last season where he's made decisions and a lot of people felt like those were the wrong decisions for the Cowboys.
I agree with what he would.
Okay, I was just about to ask. I
agree with it, especially in that sense, because basically, had they made the field goal, it would have been the same thing. They would have had to go. They would have went down. Maybe Green Bay would have drove down the field to kick the field goal as well, or put themselves in position.
Isn't that the 3rd game this weekend that teams came back from a deficit, a 14-point deficit, to come back and win?
The Cowboys.
The Cowboys. The Vikings. And the Cowboys, the Vikings, and what was the other one? It was another one. Hold on. When it was 4. I want to say that was the 3rd game this weekend.
Cowboys, Vikings, and what'd you say, Ron?
Lions.
Yes,
Lions game. I
came back on Detroit.
I came back on which? Yeah.
Had us all believe Justin Fields for what?
Yeah, because they was up.
I had my cart and everything. I sent it back so quick.
Oh shoot! Yeah, man. I don't know. Mike McCarthy. So they are 7-3. Mm-hmm. So he's probably not officially on the hot seat yet, but they are about to face the Minnesota Vikings. and we just know how and I see you, Ron, but we know how Jerry is. Jerry don't give too many chances, bro.
Peyton
Jerry
out
don't
there.
give too many. And Peyton is out there. That part. That's sitting in the waiting on the couch
On
and
the
at the
on the phone every day with
yep.
Jim. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I seen the game this weekend.
Yeah. I wouldn't have made that call
If it was
if I
me.
I wouldn't have made that call.
But he's a professional, so he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I'm not telling you what I would do, but if it was me, oh, I mean, it is what it is. I don't know. Like I said, they got the Vikings this upcoming week, so in Minnesota. So I don't know. Jerry
And
May.
then, of course, the last game of the night, the San Francisco 49ers play host to the Los Angeles Chargers, just traveling up the coastline. Uh, In-state, 49ers improved to 5-4. The Chargers dropped to 5-4. Justin Herbert, 21 of 35, 196 yards, one touchdown, one interception. Chase McDaniel was 0 for 2, and he dispelled Justin Herbert, because Justin Herbert had to leave the game briefly due to he had to be checked for a concussion after a late hit by linebacker
I did see that. Yeah.
Greenlaw.
Yeah. And he
Austin
got
Eckler,
ejected, didn't he?
yes, he got
He got
ejected.
ejected. Yeah.
Austin Eckler, six carries for 24 yards. Herbert, 5 for 22. Isaiah Spiller, 4 for 33. Sonny Michel, 1 for 2. DeAndre Carter, 4 receptions, 64 yards, and a touchdown. Palmer, 3 receptions for 44 yards. Austin Eckler, 7 receptions for 39 yards. Gerald Everett, 2 for 23. Of course, you would think this would have been a different game. As you know, Mike Williams and Keenan Allen are both out for the Chargers.
Did Debo play?
Yes, Debo did play. That was the last player of the game. The 49ers, Jimmy Garoppolo, 19 for 28, 240 yards. Elijah Mitchell coming back from his early injury, 18 carries for 89 yards. Christian McCaffrey, 14 carries for 38 yards with a touchdown. Debo Samuel, 4 receptions for 27 yards. Brandon Ayuk, 6 receptions, 84 yards. Jawan Jennings, 4 receptions, 40 yards. Christian McCaffrey, 4 for 39. Ray McCrowd, 1 for 33. Debo Samuels, 2 for 24. Kerry Kittle was 1 for 21 as well. As like I said again, 49 take care of business, getting 22, winning 22 to 16, 5-4 in a year. Now the Chargers dropped to 5-4 themselves. I'm As we see, Elijah Mitchell's back, Christian McCaffrey's back. I wonder is it a situation to they might have split carries. A bad thing remains to be seen. I would like it to see it due to the fact that it limits the wear and tear on McCaffrey's body. It gives Mitchell some much needed work. He was cooking evidently, so the 49ers decided to go ahead. He had the high hand, especially late in the fourth quarter, late in the half. I'm there for it. Ron, what do you think of the game?
49ers are going to be a problem, sir. Like, as you read into the stats, this is probably one of the few teams where I'm like, yo, it's just dudes on top of dudes. You got to the bottom and you're like Debo and then Kittle. I'm like, oh my God. They going to be stacked. They're going to continue to get healthy. This is going to be our NFC Championship game. 49ers and the Eagles right here. I think this is it. Because they're just only going to get healthier.
The whole court, the running back by committee, it seems to work for them. Um, Unfortunately, they let go. Giving up Jeff Wilson was the biggest thing, but I guess they got compensation with picks. As we see what Jeff Wilson is over in Miami doing. Uh, Getting with it, me myself, still a little cautious because I believe that McDaniels was actually the wind beneath the wings for the 49ers. And I know we talk about how not McCaffrey, Shanahan is a good coordinator. I mean, is a good player. I play a coach, offensive coach, but I think McDaniels was the reason for the season. So it's still a little to be remained, especially now. Could you imagine what McDaniels could do with a Christian McCaffrey? But he's not there anymore. So we have to see what Shanahan does with the Christian McCaffrey. Bishop, you heard what Ron just said?
I missed it. What he said?
The NFC Championship game is the 49ers and the Eagles.
Okay. I like that.
I say that
That
because
makes more sense than what you said, Trey.
I say that because they're deep. Like, as we're going through all of their stats, it's like we get to the bottom and then we're just now getting to Debo and Kittle. Like, they just spreading it and creating it. And the only teams that's really deep like that in the NFC is the Eagles.
The
that
Eagles.
Can keep wise.
That part.
All over the place. On offense and defense. You can't say any other team.
So, of course, tonight, the Commanders and the Eagles.
That's right.
As Bishop with that grin on his face.
Let's go.
Down.
Bishop already said you already know what it is, Philly. I know at the beginning of the season, I said at some point, I believe y'all played. This is y'all second game against the Commanders, correct?
Correct.
And I said I believe that y'all was going to split the game with the
right. So that means you're picking the Commanders, right? So that means you're picking. No. Don't go back now. No, that's what you said. You picking the Commanders, right? You picking the Commanders, right?
The
boys is ready, Ron. You see these boys ready? Look at these boys getting out these Rolls Royces. They brought these boys. Game day. Let's freaking go. Look at these boys ready. These boys ready. Let's go. These boys. Miles Sanders. These boys are ready. Get that prayer in. Because we about to put some heads to bed, baby. Jason Kelsey, we about to put some. There's Mama, there go that man. Mama, there go that man again. Mama, there go that man again. Them boys about to put these boys to bed. Let's go. I gotta get to Philly. I've never watched a game in Philly. I have to do that. Brian Cox. Let's go. Let's go.
I guess
you know. You don't need. You know my pick. You know my pick. Yeah, you don't even need to ask me. You know my pick.
I guess you put up with Ron, Key, and them. Key, I'm very sure Key will pop up with you, walk into your city.
30-10, and that's being nice.
I love it, Ron. I love it. Let's go. I love it, Ron. I love it.
It's gonna be about a 20-3 halftime.
Let's go. Come on, Trey. Let's say you know him. Oh, this is the trap game. Come on. Get to us. Come on. We know it. It's coming. Come on. Come on. Don't hold back. Any other time you bring it. Come on. Come on. Look, this dude, he's so sick. He don't know what.
I think what we'll do is we'll play it safe.
Listen, look here. What happened to we gonna split with
No.
Washington? What happened? We gonna split with Washington? What happened to that?
My record is more important to me than that.
What's the standings now after this week? Now,
currently, like I said, for the week after this, what's this week 10? So Bishop is 79-52. Ron is 81-51, and I'm 72-60. So I'm not at liberty right now to go out like that. So
Ron jumped up 2 more games on me. God dang it.
Yeah. The 51. So yeah, so 50. I take the Philly tonight. So that makes us. So of course, if we all win, it'll be Ron to be. Bishop 8-6, Ron 9-5, I be 8-6. If we lose, we go 500. Ron goes 8-6. So we have yet another week in which Ron is out there.
Good job, Ron. Them Colts had me nervous. I was mad all Saturday. I was like, why the heck
I feel you, man.
So yeah, so say there we have it. Of course, as we get come down to the last last minute of this. Of course, y'all know to find us back here tomorrow talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
What is tomorrow comes. The CFP comes out tomorrow.
Oh yes.
I don't know if it's going to change at all. What's going to go on?
Was there any major upsets this weekend?
UCLA lost. Oregon
Mm.
lost.
Mm.
That was about the major
Oregon
stuff.
lost. Wait, Oregon lost.
Yeah, they lost to Arizona.
Oh, well, that knocks them out.
Yeah. So now that's puts the ideal is that you that LSU will stay in the AP.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they didn't fall out, but now Alabama has moved up in the AP poll, so ain't no
Oh,
telling what's. See, yeah, exactly. The table is being set.
yep. Thanks, Zach. We appreciate you, friend.
So y'all know where to find us, of course, every Monday through Friday for the most part, 09 to 1100 hours. Giving y'all the latest and greatest in the sports of what's going on, a little rhetoric in between. Ron, did you catch Black Panther this weekend?
No, I did not.
Give me a card. Give me a card, bro.
I let the missus go and I stayed back and watched the
Oh,
baby.
okay. Okay. So you're gonna go see it by yourself then?
I sacrificed. I should have been one to go see it. There's no excuse.
He said he
Was it
sacrificed.
was it phenomenal, Trey?
Yeah. What'd you think of it, Trey?
I'm still thinking, man. I'm still processing.
What do you mean? You still for today's? When did you go see it? Saturday?
Yeah, I see it Saturday.
Today Monday. What is you still processing?
I just still going over some stuff in my head, man.
I
Like
don't
when
know
I
if
look
that's
at it,
a bad thing.
I know. I don't
it
know.
wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
It wasn't
So
good either. It was
no, it
other
was. No, I won't say it wasn't bad. It was good. I mean, it's good. I just don't know how good yet in my mind. Do you think Bishop? You say that? Do you think it's better than has it removed Maverick? See, exactly.
It's that good, huh?
It's good. I just don't know if it's better than the Maverick. So this is the thing, right? I'm like, so I do kind of feel like I know where Trey's coming from with that because I feel like I got to go watch it again because I feel like
Exactly. Both of them. I need to watch them both again.
yeah, I think
I
I
need to
need
watch them both again.
both of them. Yes, both of them. Yeah, after I watch both of them again, because I had to take my baby girl to the bathroom one or two times or something like that, so I missed some parts. So
Understand how this movie is this good.
oh, it's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. But
But
hey,
it's not. It's not.
you
It's
still
not.
gotta see whatchamacallit too
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Woman
the other
King.
one. Yeah. So the reason I don't know what you're saying because it's definitely and I can get what some people I think uh uh Anthony was one of them was like how do you compare the two? And it's true you can't compare the two, especially how this one was written. So it's a
Mm,
little bit different. You know what I'm saying? It's just different. So
mm,
it's hard to say because there's really no it's really not comparable. It's really comparing if it was a better movie in its own right compared to Maverick in its own right, and that's
mm,
just what it is. So,
mm.
but we'll see. I might have to, like you said, Bishop might have to do the
But you
same thing.
can't.
I might. Have to,
But you can't compare the two movies. True story. I agree to that, Trey. But you can compare whether or not it's the movie of the year right now against Maverick. Because right now, what's your movie of the year right now? Have you seen Maverick? You seen Maverick, right?
yeah, I say Maverick.
What's your movie of the year? Is that not your movie of the year? Right now? What is your movie? I don't know. Think I've ever asked you what your movie of the year is.
I mean, it would probably be Maverick because
Okay.
I wasn't too hot on Doctor Strange or the Spider
Oh,
Mans. I like all that.
right.
Like I said, I haven't seen
Woman King.
the Woman King and I haven't seen Black Adam, but Ron said his piece on that.
Black Adam
So
was okay. It doesn't outdo Maverick for me. It was okay.
so yeah. So Eric, did you see Black Panther?
Yeah, I did last night.
Did you
What'd you
see
think?
Matt? You saw Maverick?
No, I didn't see. Being an Abraham, you get tired of seeing that.
Mm. What'd you think of Black Panther though?
I love it. I guess it's my that pro black in me. Like no disrespect. That was my thing. It wasn't really the movie and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was
The coach, like you said, for the culture.
The
it was
culture.
the culture for me, man.
Yeah, I get it.
It could have been a horrible acting. I was gonna love it for what it was.
What?
But
Yeah, got you.
And I think that's why I'm a little remorseful. That's why I'm real hesitant to sit and say, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But like you said, for the culture, is definitely like the scenes, certain scenes of which was out there. Definitely respect from at the beginning and the end.
That part.
Much respect. They're
Yeah.
saying Marvel did great in doing that.
Yeah.
Of course,
Totally
I'm not
agree.
trying to say stuff because I know Ron hasn't seen it yet.
Hasn't
So,
seen it
but
yet. Yeah.
yeah, so those things, you know, what I'm saying, definitely shout out to that. Some things in between. I know a lot of people feel like it was a little too much. It's like a little too many fillers.
3 hour long movie.
Yeah.
But you'll see, it don't seem 3 hours long, to be honest. And me, it didn't seem 3 hours long.
You know what? To me, what was the real MVP was them grenades. That was, I'll just say that them grenades. Like no way, like you when you look at the grenades, you know them grenades was the truth at the end state. The grenades was the truth. You know how we talked about the goats on Thor. The the grenades was the truth on that joint.
Yeah.
I love that movie though, man. I do.
It was a good movie. It really was a good movie. It was a few shockers, a few things in which you didn't expect.
True that.
Yeah, a few trial shockers, a few things that you didn't expect in the movie. But it made for a real good movie.
Yeah,
So before we get up out here, y'all have any last words, gentlemen?
You didn't tell you. Oh, you did say you picked the Philadelphia Eagles, Trey.
Yes, I picked the Eagles.
Okay.
Who going against the Eagles tonight? Please.
Nobody.
I was
Trey wasn't crazy.
I was say I'll give you the point. You take that.
Trey wasn't crazy. He knew better. Even though Trey said earlier in the year, "Oh, they're gonna split." With
I'll give you the point.
Trey don't want that smoke.
So I'm not. So like you said, reality is one thing. So what I will take in consideration is It's not that I don't think they can't split, but reality is it's a possibility that they won't. So I would err on the caution of the reality, even though that's what it. Nah, they ain't not my team.
You can't do before the game. It's always after the game over.
No, like I said, I believe that I think Philadelphia gets to win tonight.
Yeah,
but I would say it's not 100%.
No, any given Sunday, you're right.
You're right. It ain't nothing 100%. Yeah. Nothing.
Nah, you believe it's 100%. You don't have a weekly. What's your percentage of Philly getting the win tonight?
Probably about a 90% chance.
See,
that's not 100. That's a 90% chance.
I was about a 75.
And I'm on a 70 type. So you know what I'm saying, that type. So I just think it's a rivalry game. But
so you picking Washington then is what you're saying, Eric?
I say. Oh.
I'm just saying, it's football.
Any given Sunday, like Trey said, any given Sunday. It's any given Sunday.
Who's our backup quarterback?
I don't even know.
Exactly.
I don't even know.
They good. They got. Don't y'all have y'all got what's his name? Don't y'all
It's I know who it is, but I can't call his name.
From
right
the old quarter, the one from Minshew. Is it? No, it's not
Minshew. Yeah,
it is Minshew. It's Minshew. So they got a serviceable backup. If you catch him in the right thing, he get in his bag. So they got a serviceable backup.
Yes, Minshew.
That's how I look at it. It's football. It's a contact sport. Injuries gonna happen. Anything. You know what I'm saying? So
that part. Agreed.
And then actually, from playing, they got a great defensive line. That up front line, them down four. And them boys.
Speaking of which, is old boy back for Washington?
It's still Heineke. Oh, no. You talking about Young?
Yeah. Trace Young. Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Chase Young is back. Oh shit.
Him on one side, and the other one.
Oh shoot. That's not good.
Well, wrong. The other guy, he like.
Yeah, that's not good at all. That's not who I want to see. Okay.
Let's see how y'all running game is tonight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's gonna make a difference with him playing tonight for sure. If he playing tonight, yeah, that's definitely gonna make for a whole different type of game.
The quarterback ain't gonna run them 100 yards.
Nah, especially not to his side.
Yeah.
Definitely not to his side.
If we had a quarterback, we'd be trouble. Please let us get one. That's the way football is going right now. You
yeah.
full threat quarterback. All the things we talk about, full threat quarterback. Miami, Eagles, Buffalo.
Yeah.
Well, except for the Cardinals, I don't know why. I don't know. How you win 8 games straight last year and can't buy a win this year? I don't know.
Yeah. Facts. Straight facts.
Trey, you know the Lakers won last night, right?
For
Of
sure,
course
for
he knows
sure. I
that.
talked
Of
about
course
it.
he knows that. But really, Ron? Really, Ron?
Yo, led with the
Really, Ron? That's what we doing. Really, Ron?
So that was the first thing I talked about. Philly, I see Philly did their thing. It'll be 59 points.
with the 60 piece.
So you said the Lakers play better?
Yeah.
Trey?
What's up?
So is it safe to say the Lakers are better?
They're better without LeBron? No, that's not the case.
Oh,
I think you know what? I think they're better with the one. They don't need. They're better with just one superstar.
on the court.
Yeah, I think that's what's starting to be seen. They're better with one superstar.
That might be. Well, LeBron has done that with a lot of. He did it with Miami. They won.
Yeah, but they had a better system, and they was coached by Pat. I mean, they had Pat Riley and Spoelstra, so different systems. I think there's no one who has been able to corral those players, those Eagles. I think that's the issue. Those Eagles run amok in LA right now. Russ decided to take a seat, and that was good. But you still have LeBron and AD. So now AD, they said last night he was calling for the ball. He was more assertive and demanding, and it worked out for them. But let's take into consideration that Kyrie wasn't there.
That part.
So
I'm excited. We have it's cool. That Kyrie situation.
Yeah, it's
real quick before we get up out of here, Bishop, I know you want to be reminded this weekend going down as the Joe Hall Memorial will be taking place in San Antonio for military basketball.
is that this weekend? That's here?
Yeah, that's this
Oh,
weekend. Yep.
I'm trying to. Okay.
I had
Send me
to
the info. Yeah, send me
yes,
all the
sir.
info.
I had to send you that so you can get out. So that's going down this week. The Joe Hall Classic. So if you're in around the San Antonio area, y'all can catch that the 18th through the 20th NBA basketball. I'm very sure a couple people will be in the building. Teams that went with their players back now that the all services is done. Already, Lackland Warhawks, Joint Base, Fort Worth Aviators, Barksdale Bombers, Fort Hood Phantom Warriors, the winners of I think last year's tournament. The Fort Carson Mountaineers, Fort Campbell Eagles, Harmon, and the Sam Houston Rangers. So it's going to be packed full of a lot of people who we talked about, coaches that we spoke to, so players that we spoke to. So it should be a good one. So be on the lookout for that. But like I said, LeBron off the bench. So like I said, that's the show for today. Glad to see y'all. Y'all know where to catch us tomorrow, 09 to 1100 hours, as we go over what happened over the course of the last night. Eagles tomorrow, some of the NBA games, set our what we think the CFP was going to be at. So we should have a little bit for y'all tomorrow. Please, great y'all. Appreciate y'all watching. Gentlemen, any last words before we get up out of here?
No, man, y'all have a great Monday. Enjoy it. Be safe, and we'll holler back at y'all. Be sure to tune in Monday through Friday.
Hey man, y'all three, bro, from the guys is always. We appreciate this live, bro. It's always interesting and it's fun. So appreciate y'all three for
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. Thank you.
No doubt, bro. Appreciate you.